President from delivering on his promise to the American people. One America's Jeremy Hartley tells us more on this fundraising effort.
He calls himself a veteran who is deeply invested in this nation. 37-year-old Brian Kolfage, a Purple Heart Iraq War veteran, started a GoFundMe page Sunday with the hopes of raising money for a border wall. Kolfage, who had 3 limbs amputated after a rocket attack in Iraq in 2014, pointed out on the funding site the promise to build a wall was one of President Trump's key campaign promises. It's a promise he said still needs to be fulfilled, so he decided to take matters into his own hands. Kolfage notes the government has accepted large private donations for building projects in the past, citing a $7.5 million donation to fund repairs to the Washington Monument in 2012. This, he says, is no different. Kolfage says he wants to ensure future generations have everything Americans enjoy today, calling on citizens to uphold the law, pitch in, and get the project rolling. He says if the 63 million people who voted for Trump in 2016 each donated $80, it would fund the entire wall. The page was initially started with a goal of $200 million, but the goal was raised to $1 billion after the overwhelming support and influx of donations. Kolfage calls on donors to hold him accountable that the donations are not a scam, providing his verified Facebook page as a way of contacting him. He goes on to say he is working on securing a point of contact within the Trump administration and working with a law firm to ensure the government will be bound to use the funds on a wall and not on anything else. He goes on to ensure if the $1 billion goal isn't reached, every penny will be refunded. The funding came a few days before White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders announced the Trump administration is seeking different forms of funding toward building the border wall. A budget proposal was passed by the Senate late Wednesday, but does not include $5 billion in funding sought by the president toward the wall. Border security funding, however, will reportedly be kept at current levels. Jeremy Hartley, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and